Hello and good morning and welcome to the 20th theme park on our USA theme park road trip tour here on Cruise and Coasters. I'm Jeff and today we're in Louisville, Kentucky checking out Kentucky Kingdom. And before we get started, I have to give a huge thank you to Kentucky Kingdom for providing today's park admission, parking, and then they also took us on a tour before the park opened. So you will see on-ride videos of a few of the attractions here, and I just wanted to give them a huge shout out, a huge thank you for letting us film on-ride before the park opened. That was fantastic. Typically they do not allow on-ride filming, so don't try any funny business out there. We worked with the park to get some official POVs with our chest-mounted GoPro. So thank you so much. James was our tour guide this morning. He took us around and gave us a ton of fun facts. Thank you so much, James. The tour was absolutely amazing. We learned so much about this park, and I'm so excited to bring it to you guys here at the channel. Lightning Run, Storm Chaser, and Thunder Run. It's gonna be such a great day. And it looks like it's gonna be absolutely beautiful again. Perfect weather. And we may even check out a little bit of the water park as well. So if you didn't know, there is a theme park and a water park here, and it's included in your day, so you can do both parks for the price of one. So without further ado, let's head on in to Kentucky Kingdom and start our day. All right, first ride of the day here at Kentucky Kingdom. We are riding Lightning Run.
It's the best way to start the morning.
This is the best way to start the morning. How tall is there? 100 feet?
100 flat.
Nice. All right, here we go. I remember this having some crazy airtime.
Yeah.
Woo! And it's so smooth.
Oh. 10th birthday this year.
This doesn't ride like it's 10 years old.
No,
It rides like it's brand new.
This thing's still a kid.
Oh, so good. It's so smooth. Woo! Here we go. My favorite part. Woo-hoo! Yeah! Woo! Oh man, it is so fun. And I can't get over how smooth it is still. Like it's like glass smooth.
It is 9:45 in the morning, so it's a little groggy.
Yeah, that's okay. It was still running amazing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
First ride of the day was Lightning Run, the park's Chance Hyper GTX coaster. It's actually the only Chance Hyper GTX coaster in the world right now. They are building another one at the Hot Wheels Park in Phoenix, Arizona, which I'm very excited for because that one will be featuring inversions. But Lightning Run, do not be caught off guard with how small the ride is. There is fantastic airtime. We rode both in the front row and in the back row, and I do think I prefer the back row. You got some really good ejector airtime in the back row there. And I am so surprised by how butter smooth that ride is. There is not a jolt, a rattle, a rumble, or anything. That ride is literally glass smooth, fantastic airtime, just a nice little lap bar. And we did learn on our tour this morning that RMC built most of the train, which I think is really interesting. So the like the actual workings of the train, the restraint, and the seats are all built by RMC, and then the chassis fiberglass was built by Chance. So that was interesting. So if you're wondering when you get on, this feels like an RMC restraint, that's because it is. Fun fact. So on to the next ride, which will probably be Storm Chaser. All right, next ride of the day here at Kentucky Kingdom. We are on the arms. I don't know if you're gonna hear me. There we go. Next ride of the day here at Kentucky Kingdom. This is Storm Chaser, the park's RMC roller coaster.
First barrel roll drop.
Yeah, first barrel roll drop up there. And what a beautiful, this is like the perfect weather for a POV.
Yeah.
This is great.
Now that's Churchill Downs right there. That's Louisville Cardinals football stadium. And then you can see all of downtown.
That's really cool. Oh God, okay, here we go. Right to the top. Woo! Oh! Whee! Oh, okay.
It's running much better than I thought.
She's flying. The laterals on that last turn, that's unhinged. That was crazy. Whew.
Yeah, so take everything I said about it running sluggish.
No, that was wild. That was crazy. What? Storm Chaser is absolutely insane, unhinged. It's another one where looks can be super deceiving because it doesn't look huge or crazy off-ride, but it rides like one of the best RMC coasters out there. It's also super smooth, no rattle whatsoever. The airtime is violent, but comfortable. It's like violent and comfortable. That's how I would describe it. It's like Steel Vengeance is just a little too much for me, especially at the end. This one never gets to the point where I'm in actual pain. It's just violent and fun and just such a good time. The zero-G roll behind me is floaty and fun, and the airtime hills are just absolutely insane. The only part of the ride where I'm like, what were they thinking, is the very end of the ride. There's that lateral curve into the brake run where there's like absolutely no banking whatsoever. You're just absolutely thrown to your side. That's wild, that's unhinged. But oh my gosh, Storm Chaser, absolutely fantastic, 10 out of 10, kicked it out of the park. And then your fun fact that I learned on the tour, this actually used to be a racing roller coaster called Twisted Sisters, and then the band Twisted Sister sued them, and they had to change the name to Twisted Twins, and it was two treks called Lola and Stella who used to race each other, and then Lola was converted to the RMC, to Storm Chaser that we know today. So there's your fun fact. James, our tour guide from this morning, recommended seeing Journey of Wonder. It's like a Cirque-style show, so we're here at the Parks Theater, about to see Journey of Wonder, and I'll put in some clips of the show for you now.
This show features dangerous stunts performed by professionals, so please do not try to recreate anything you see here today at home. And now, get ready for feats beyond your wildest imagination as Sankar Circus and Kentucky Kingdom proudly present Journey of Wonder. Balls and clubs and the dazzling feet. Watch your subjects dancing.
On our tour this morning, we were recommended to have lunch at the Bourbon Craft House, and we were told you cannot get a bad thing on this menu, and they have a couple of things that aren't even on the menu that we're gonna ask about. So, a little lunchtime moment at the Bourbon Craft House. For lunch, I went with the buffalo chicken wrap and their fresh cut fries. They also had an option to do some garlic parmesan fries, which was a little bit of an additional cost, but I just went with regular. Yeah, and then the buffalo chicken wrap looks really good. Finished up on Thunder Run, one of the park's wooden coasters. That thing has some whip, some zip to it. She was a little crazy. It is very similar to Hurler at Carowinds. The layout is just slightly different. You do get a lot more airtime on this one, which I think is interesting. I wonder what the difference is, but there is some airtime to it. The one thing I will mention is the very last turnaround before the brake run. She was giving a rattly disaster. She was rough and rumbly, so just kind of prepare yourself for that moment. Other than that, it was really fun and enjoyable, and I do hope that they just do a little bit of track work because it is a fun little ride. And I would love for them to get a second train. It does only run one train, so maybe a second train could be helpful on busy days. Kentucky Flyer. We did Kentucky Flyer, the park's Gravity Group family wooden roller coaster, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of twists, turns, airtime hills. It is quite a short ride, but it is fun, and it is a good time for everyone in the family. And because Kentucky Kingdom is a Hershend park, we do have cinnamon bread, which is fresh out of the oven and looks absolutely delicious. And they do have a special bourbon icing that is absolutely phenomenal. I can't wait. And that is going to do it for our visit here at the 20th theme park of our USA theme park road trip at Kentucky Kingdom. What an absolute amazing day. I just adore this park so much, and you can see every time I come, the park just gets a little bit better. The landscaping is absolutely beautiful. It really blew me away how well they're taking care of this park. Storm Runner and Lightning Run are absolutely running fantastic. They are just phenomenal coasters. I'm a little bummed we didn't get to make it into the water park. That is definitely going to be on the list for our next visit, to visit the water park and spend like maybe 1 or 2 days here because the water park looks so refreshing today. But man, what an absolutely phenomenal day. Thank you so much to Kentucky Kingdom's team for hosting us this morning, getting us some on-ride videos. That was absolutely fantastic and so nice of you guys. James, if you're watching the video, thank you so much for the tour this morning. We learned so much about the history of Kentucky Kingdom and just love seeing the park from somebody who's been with the park since they've been growing up. That was so nice. Man, I'm coming off with such a high and just absolutely fell in love with this park again today. It was just so nice to be here. Just perfect weather. I think we may be cutting one park off the itinerary, my friends. I think we might just end the trip at Dollywood and come to Fun Spot Atlanta in August. To be determined. I don't know. There's some things going on in the brain. We may just end at the high in Dollywood. But if you guys like this video, help me fight the YouTube algorithm by liking the video. Subscribe if you want to see more coaster content like this, like tomorrow where we visit Dollywood and Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Keep cruising and coasting. I'll see you guys in Pigeon Forge at Dollywood. Bye.